Morning, 4th of May, 26. The song is Big Boots, Elvis Presley. So perhaps, and it's the 4th, so it will be the Emperor, which is father figures, bosses, government officials. They call you Daddy Big Boots, so dads are very important today. That's probably why I'm getting it. And he may have been in the military. Doesn't mean it has to be like he signed up. Maybe it was national service or something like that. It could also, in some cases, I think, be police or fire brigade. They all wear big boots, don't they? We've got, is it the North Node again? No, it's South Node. So we suggested, didn't we, with the North Node, that we're dipping into the past, keep making excuses as to why not to go forward. We've got Taurus, we've got the 9th house of knowledge, family, balance, peace. So, Taurus, first of all, we've got the Taurus Sun, obviously. We've got Taurus Mercury. Ascendants in Taurus. Ceres in Taurus. And it's in the 1st house. 9th house, we've got Capricorn, which would be the man in uniform, the King of Pentacles. So well done, Spirit. And South Node would be, let's think, Virgos, you again. So let's have a look then. So father figures, bosses, government officials, kings, presidents, the main man in your life. Let's hope he's in the upright, because it's not nice when he's in the reverse. It is Aries energy, and we've got Aries on the cut, so he's in the 1st pile, so it's very important. So somebody's backtracking again, and there's the violence. So that's what we don't want. Massive violence. Somebody's going backwards, not forwards. It's their way or the highway. Not a good ruler. Not a good man, really. Head and face injuries. He's a despot, really. So, battles, where you have to stand up for yourself. Financial and emotional security. So stand up for your financial and emotional security. Another battle, but this one's a vicious, violent one. These people that we're coming up against want to win at all costs. They don't care how they do it. And everyone will regret this. It's a bloodbath, basically. We usually get this when there's some sort of terrorist adventure, but if we get the Knight of Pentacles reversed, then we know it's terrorism. There he is. He's neutral, but like I said, it does mean their way or the highway. We have to move on from this. We have to leave that misery and battle behind, not take the baggage with us, but we're retreating into the past. We have to turn our back on everything, so the We need the North Node. We need to turn our back on everything we ever known or believed to be true to follow how we believe things should be. Follow our true life purpose. 2 snakes. There is someone here that's drained. It's cancer energy. It's the home and family life. It's negative energy. It's depression. It's somebody self-medicate, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. So it's cancer of any gender. But this is a man who is not in charge of his emotions. And somebody who feels stuck, unable to leave the misery of the past behind. So they're wallowing in this misery that generates in the past. That's sad. So the positive we've got is 9 or 27 grandparents. Millie, Walter, Mike, Darren, Susan, Julie, Reese and Chantel. Or Chanel. So, it's the pilgrimage. We have got to fight our battles and then set out on our pilgrimage to find our true life purpose. But they're not going to make it easy for us, unfortunately. This is a hell of a battle. 8 months. You're trapped in the past. The past is over. The future's not promised. We've got to live in the now. There it is. We've got the full story here, because that card is that card. We have to set sail. Spirit will give us fair winds, but we have to set sail. Maybe under cover of night. Leave the baggage of the past behind to calmer waters. So that's the whole read. The rest is gravy. So travel across water, perhaps 6 weeks. Something is ending here because you've got security, financially and emotionally, and we've got happiness. So either somebody wants to reach that, or something got as good as it's going to get, and now it's time to move on, because you can't keep it at that level without a lot of effort. So 10 months, 10 years. Yeah, there's no creativity here. There is destruction. It's the 3 of stones, so that's no foundations, failed studies, perhaps. Somebody breathing down your neck at work. You're with the wrong team. There's red lights, red flags all over this. There he is. That's the one I wanted to see. The man in uniform, the Capricorn energy. He was once a good and generous friend, accepted into the family, now a dangerous enemy. So financial ruin for this businessman, this person. But then a celebration. If you move on, there is a new home. Somebody may be buying a new home. There may be a celebration coming up, a birthday, anniversary, or whatever it may be. 3 of Bows, your ships will come in when you turn your back on what you know to move forwards into your North Node. 3 of Bows, fulfillment. So, building a new foundation. So far you've only got 3 ones. You need 4 to make the corners of your house. So this is watching your ships come in, waiting for that last piece to fall into place. A death, a passing. So we've had it for numerous weeks now, haven't we? The 10 of Swords. The thing is, we've got all the 10s apart from the 10 of Wands again. So somebody needs to lay that burden down. That's the grandparent teaching the grandson how to shoot, how to aim for the stars, but not try to control, like this gentleman is, where the arrow goes. Just let it go and let it fly to where it needs to be. A Page of Bows. Someone, a stranger, someone with no I can't remember what the saying is. No something in the game, but there's no hand in the game. It doesn't have to be a stranger, but that's what the gypsies call it, the tall, handsome stranger. It's a fire sign, immature energy. And Two of Stones, remember Two of Stones, Two of Pentacles is that guy with his back to the ship that's coming in. He doesn't see it because he's too busy juggling. These are fighting hares. So you sat on the fence about something and we can't do that. So 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years. Again though, not one major arcana. So the story is about this 9 or 27. Having to move on. Virgo, health issues, hospital doors, the medical field. Perhaps this man in uniform was a sailor. There it is again. Perhaps they were killed, if this is a specific person. For the rest of you, it's just an argument about, well, a violent argument. But somebody, perhaps this gentleman was a bit prickly, because we've got the porcupine, and he may have died in battle. A senseless war. Maybe he didn't like talking about it, they never do. But a change now at number 10. Ladybird, fly away home, your house is on fire and your children are home. And that's fire at the house. But it's a run of good luck, good fortune. Somebody takes a risk and it pays off. Financial success, a Leo female. Or, well, no, Leo of any gender, but a female who is financially successful. It doesn't say much else about her that way. It's all about when she's in the reverse that it says she's all about success. That's all she wants, is the financial success. And she wants to win, or they want to win at all costs, the Leos. Not your people. So there's the what. Red lights, red flags all over this. The Five of Swords, a bloodbath, because of this. Somebody who wants to be financially successful. And then we have a couple, a power couple, because he wants to take action. So Aries and Leo, what's his thoughts on this matter? That he's been drained of his finances, his business is ruined, and it's his way or the highway. So I can't see that being a very happy combination. That's what wanted. Finally, they've decided to put this burden down. It was never theirs to carry in the first place. So we've got all the 10s. There is definitely an ending here. And we've got the number 10. So it could be 10 Downing Street. It could be, I don't know. I hear rumours that his wife's moved out. So possibly. But this is an ending. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Enough is enough. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. End to pain, physical and emotional. Yep, you have a decision to make. Two of Swords. There will be people that will use emotional blackmail, emotional, financial, spiritual, mental, physical blackmail. They think they've got you over a barrel. You can't wait till you show your facts. You can't be in denial anymore, and you can't try to protect people. It just won't work. Success after that battle. Once you have the battle, it's all over, because there's been lies, deceit, theft, criminal activity. The masks are off. 1 and 28. Doris and Martin. Someone is being revealed. Gemini energy. Children, siblings, mental illness, mind games. but criminal activity is possible. Somebody may be having to sell the tools because they've lost everything. And then we have a woman scorned, somebody who learned a divorced or widowed woman but who is turning bitter, and she is out for revenge. Aquarius energy, she guards her heart, she does not communicate, she needs therapy, or someone here needs therapy. She gives bad advice, she's probably professional. If it isn't Aquarius, it could just be an Aquarius person. But if it isn't, then all of the other things I've said are important. She's very detached. She doesn't give good advice, even though she may be in a position of power medically, so doctors, priests or lawyers. But your ships are about to come in and somebody wants some of it. You need to turn your back on it. So making excuses for people, being in denial, that's the South Node. That's going backwards, not forwards. They don't want you to go backwards. It's all that's gone before. It's being stagnant in barren lands, unable to move forward. It's the challenge to evolve, but as soon as that challenge comes, people make excuses and say yes but, turn their back. The challenge is to take what is good from the South and leave behind all that is negative. In Taurus, the soul has learned inner security, but must leave behind possessiveness and attachment to material goods. So the material side of life is not going to be good. You may have to move house, downsize. And South Node in the 9th house. The soul has been a lifelong quest to find out who or what it is. The challenge is to stop and hear the voice that says, simply be, live in the now. There we go. So, today's lesson then, let's have a look. So 1 and 28 is negative, 9 and 27 positive. Gemini is negative, which covers communication to children, siblings. Orange chakra, your gut instinct. Here we go. I'm sure I saw a rogue card there. Yeah, so your gut instinct. The abdomen, the intestines. Poison, maybe. It teaches us how to be happy and confident. She is happy and presents herself as confident and sociable. Her skills in working harmoniously with others often lead to her success in whatever is putting her energies into. Successful female. Even when others may perceive that she's failed in a task, she does not see it that way. Her enthusiasm and self-assuredness sees it only as a minor setback, so somebody's in denial, and she will always embrace the lessons to be learnt as part of her adventure. This is the zest for life, such as you do. People watch you flit by without the baggage of inhibitions, and may often find it difficult to understand that you are a deep and thoughtful person. On the outside, you appear as a happy person, full of life, always seeking the next adventure. However, you are so much deeper than that, and somebody's not recognising your feelings, your worth. Your behaviour of heading straight into a burning building, what did I say about could be a firefighter, when everyone else is exiting, tends to scare people and lends them to believe you are being reckless. On the contrary, you possess an insatiable need to lead a full life and experience all the lessons of spirit has to offer. So perhaps someone believes that there was pain or suffering or fear towards the end of this gentleman's life, if we go back to the story of the gentleman in uniform. Do not succumb to the fear of others. Continue to live your life to the fullest, and people will begin to understand your courage and being a positive example of strength and character. Because somebody here is not being positive, being very negative. They're saying it's my way or the highway, and granddad or grandparents or whoever it is telling you, don't be like this guy. Shoulders back, chest out, look the world in the eye. Be successful. Be the person you want to be. Don't make excuses for it, but be kind. So, let's have a look. Yeah, the prison waif, 31. So today's card is the 4 and 31. So again, this is talking about you or this person that you're dealing with, or this situation that you're dealing with. And it's about how you perceive it. So this is your challenge. Are you a prisoner of worry, distrust, or cynicism? Now, because this card come out, it's 4 and 31. The Henry, Harry, and Audrey Hepburn. So this could be the figure of Prince Harry that thinks he's so badly done to, if you see what I mean. Are you a prisoner of worry, distrust, cynicism, or fear? Do you constantly tell yourself that there's not going to be enough? Or do you see only a lack and poverty wherever you look? Perhaps your expectations of a negative result and the repercussions serve to keep you imprisoned in your own thoughts. So maybe someone is saying, this business isn't going to work. You're not making enough. You're not doing what you should be doing. Constantly giving negatives instead of positives. Do you feel that you're not allowed success? That's him feeling sorry for himself. When the prison waif comes as your challenger, he warns that you are now seeing in your life the results of your negative thoughts and expectations. If you don't like what you see, it's time to transform the way you see it. If you aren't happy with your life, you must change your thoughts, because that alone has the power to change your life. Difficulties are supposed to be learning curves. Just remember that this prison won't hold you long. Take the time to learn about mistakes. The lessons ensure later and greater success. So learn from your mistakes. Don't keep making the same one. You do the same thing, you get the same outcome, and it will drive you mental. So, let's have a look. We'll have a... Do something different today, something out of your comfort zone to change your energy. Even if it's just cranking up the radio and having a dance. Dancing changes your energy. Singing. There it is again, you can't make it up. We had it yesterday. Again in the reverse. So there we have the magician, really. It's Hygeia. But it is also medical. So there we are, we have both in there. Well done, Spirit. Couldn't be any better. Hygeia. So medical, health, someone passing, someone ill, possibly a father. Hygeia is often depicted as an African elder woman draped in with snakes. So we've got snakes on there as well, snakes on there, and we've got snakes on there. gifts and healing. Preventative healthcare, maintaining wellness, the need for vigilance in matters of health and physical pleasure. Drawing Hajia invites you to focus on your own health needs, whether that means having a massage or a checkup at the dentist. Hajia means a prevention is better than a cure. She also invites you to explore the link between mental and emotional state of physical afflictions, because if you're under a lot of stress, and I've had this myself, it manifests in physical form. Enjoy your body, cherish it, care for it tenderly. Snakes, which have symbolism of healing in many cultures because of their ability to shed their skin, it is time for you to shed yours, transform your life, and emerge reborn in new form. Hajia symbols, beware of those who seek to cramp your style, and that's what I'm getting, and depress your spirit. They constantly honour you. If you have been celibate, Hajia awakens your interest in sex, and passionate encounters may be on the cards, possibly with this tall handsome stranger, but that's because somebody has diminished your passion so much you're not interested in it in this situation. So it's made you feel impotent in life, and it transforms itself in the bedroom. Simple as. Yeah, the weasel. There we go. There's somebody's a right criminal. Right. And it's the number 9. It's time to go within. Go deep within your orange chakra, your gut. Go within. Examine yourself. See where you may have allowed this energy to carry on when it shouldn't have done. Number 9. Weasels can be warriors or spies. Spy there. Moving quickly and often alone, they make observations from afar and adjust their plans accordingly. Remember that solitary creatures are nothing to fear, and an introverted nature is nothing to feel ashamed of. Knowing oneself and being comfortable alone are desirable skills. Like the weasel, the pine tree works to be self-sufficient. One of the fastest growing evergreens, its prickly needles have waxy coatings that help them retain water. You are called to a time of solitude, isolation, and allow for contemplation, which can lead to self-knowledge. When do I like to be alone, and how can I better understand and respect myself and my boundaries, basically? If you've never been on your own, if you've constantly been either with your parents or relationships, then this is for you, because you need to know how to be you. And you can never be that if you're always listening to other people's opinions. You need to ground yourself. Know who you are. Yeah. And surrender. That doesn't mean surrender to these people. It means whatever you resist in life persists. All the energy that you put into keeping this going when it's not working will make matters worse. Ask your angels to help you dissolve all the resistance of your ego. There's your ego telling you can't move on. The inner conflict and struggle of your rigid mindsets and habits, so that they can flood your life with a higher truth and joy. When you surrender to the guidance of your higher self, all the energy that you've been using to resist becomes available to you. Vitality, inner peace, harmony, and most of all love are your spiritual rewards. So flow with the pace of life, relax and tune in, and follow the guidance of your intuition, knowing that the angels will support you at all times. Surrender to the flow of life, and your angels will support you, because this is the lead me, guide me, walk beside me card. Someone in spirit or the flesh will be sent to walk with you, perhaps this tall, handsome stranger. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.